ROCm for AMD GPUs that are not officially supported by AMD. For example, I have an AMD Instinct Mi60, and it was officially supported by AMD until version 6.3. However, which was on Fedora 42, so everything was fine. When Fedora 43 came out, I upgraded about a week later or so, and I found out my GPU wasn't supported. However, for some strange reason, it claimed that it was seeing my GPU, but I noticed those, let's say, things were not the way they were before. Like I was having problems compiling some things. So, and worse is when I found out that GPU is not supported in 6.4, which came with Fedora 43. When I uninstalled ROCm, it uninstalled some of the stuff I use all the time. As you guys know, I use Blender for my video editing, and obviously Blender Python tutorials. So it uninstalled it. I think it's because it's detecting the GPU, and I think there's a bug where it says, oh, this person has an AMD GPU. That means let's install ROCm. The problem is it shouldn't be like that. It should be, I should even install Blender by itself and then decide if I want ROCm, just like in Fedora 42, ironically. So I have some good news in that I found a way where you can, I should say I found multiple ways where you can still use your GPU with ROCm. So just a quick background. I tried to install ROCm inside a container. That didn't work, a Podman container. The reason is because it relies on the kernel of the host system. So host system is running Fedora 43. The Podman will try to use that one, and it's going to be conflicted. So that's why that didn't work. I tried the pass-through. The pass-through, I followed the instructions. However, that also failed. It didn't even find the GPU, even though as you guys, if you guys remember yesterday, I was having problems where I would not release the GPU. I finally resolved that permanently. I think I showed you in the night stream. So that didn't work as well. Then I was about to give up and say, okay, maybe I need to downgrade to Fedora 42 or compile it myself. So for my estimates, or not mine, but other estimates, it looks like it will take probably anywhere from 2 to 6 hours to compile ROCm. I don't want to do that. You know, I'm saying I can leave it overnight, or when I'm out working outside or something, I can let it run in the background. The problem I don't want to do that is because if you guys don't know, Fedora is probably maybe every 2 weeks or so there will probably be a kernel update, so it'll be compiling again. So I don't want to do that. If the computer was much faster, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's not. So remember, it's a budget. The budget CPU. It's a Ryzen 5 5600 GT. So I don't wanna tax it at this time. And it says I need to use it. I can't leave it for 6 hours. Is what I'm saying. So I then discovered DistroWatch, and as you can see in the afternoon tutorial today, I don't know why this must be the bug. I thought they fixed this bug. Looks like they never did. Just another. Just a second here. Yeah. So I discovered DistroBox literally just yesterday, and I created this article, and I did a video in the afternoon of today. So DistroBox allows you to run any distribution in a container. A container could be Docker, or it could be Podman. Obviously, I already have Podman installed, so it picked it up immediately. So you can run like any installation. You don't have to, unlike just the plain Podman, you can run, for example, you can run Ubuntu, you can run an older version. So what I did was, as I explained in the earlier tutorial today, is I was able to run an AMD, so what do you call it? An official AMD ROCm image, and you don't have to muck around saying, oh yeah, pass this and DistroBox does that for you. So that's really, really, really nice. And the best thing is, I can't show these guys to you, but on your system, it actually automatically also creates like a desktop application right on your or over your host system. So that's also fantastic. So that what that means is that if you have some piece of software that maybe only runs on one specific distro, a very old one, you can put it up in DistroBox and you'll be able to run it. So that's actually pretty nice. However, one of the problems I found with not DistroBox, but the problem with the AMD images is that they are huge. For example, when you, as I showed you, the Ubuntu ones, they say 5.8 gigabytes. Yeah, but that's when because it's highly compressed. When it decompresses, oh my goodness, it's going to take up close to 60 gigs. So if you're kind of limited with space like I am, 60 gigs is just ridiculous. So, but I found a terminal one which is 1 gig compressed and came out to about maybe 3 gigs uncompressed. Obviously, it has less packages, so I installed some packages, even compilers. Then it came to about 10 gigs. It's way better than 60 gigs. However, as you guys saw, there was still some issues with the ROCm in the distro box, but I did get it working, and I was able to produce, I'll show you here, SD box here for the stable diffusion. I'll show you that in a while. So I was able to produce some, I was never able to produce any video, but I was able to produce some images, except for the last update of the stable diffusion.cpp has been buggy. I've not been able to produce any videos from it. So as I said, I'm going to wait a few days. Hopefully by next week, those bugs will be fixed, or I might have to go back to an old one, because the old ones all worked. Just the latest version, at least at the time of the recording from yesterday, that one is buggy, to do some bugs. Okay, so let's quickly review this here. Or before we begin, be sure to subscribe. It helps out the channel. So let me go to the subscribe scene there. As I said, especially for AI stuff, I taught a lot of AI stuff myself, but what's been helping me is viewers and subscribers that have led me down this path where I then I was seeking more performance. That's why I discovered I discovered llama.cpp first, and then I discovered stable-diffusion.cpp. So stable-diffusion.cpp, for me, in my use case, it's a perfect replacement for Comfy UI because I can use the same models for most of the stuff. So I'm happy with that. And llama.cpp, obviously, that's for the chat. That's for the chat AI stuff. All right. So back here, so this is what we did earlier today. We can read more about DistroBox. So yeah, I just installed it, DNF install, and then I said I picked the terminal version of the ROCm image from AMD, and you see I just entered it. The reason I named it Arch is because I thought it was based on Arch Linux, but it's actually based on Ubuntu, so it's a minimum one. So it worked very well, and I was able to actually produce some images using this one, and this was a live stream for that one. There we go. So I'm going to leave this right here because the stuff is still relevant. So then in today's this particular tutorial, give me a second, let me check the live chats. Sometimes I need to refresh the page, make sure they're all working. Hit play here. Okay, yeah, so Odyssey is working. Let me check out Rumble here. Yeah, Rumble is also working. And finally, BitChute. Okay, I did play. Yeah, BitChute is also playing, and obviously YouTube is also working. Give me a second, I just need to grab a little water here. All right. So I have a whole bunch of links. So I'll show you those links which helped me from DistroBox. Why do you give us a DistroBox? DistroBox to running. Where I'm gonna move away from DistroBox for now and go back to just the ROCm 6.4. That's why you guys are here. You're watching this live. All right. So let me go through a few links here first. I'll show you all the links, and they're not in any particular order. So the first one here is Builder. You see here it says Podman build unable to accept GPUs when building but works for run. So I was trying to use Podman Compose. So I didn't try the run. I should probably have done the run. So if you scroll down here, so I'm saying is that if you guys run into the same problems, this might help fix that issue for you. You see, and this person, just February 5th, which is this year, the person says, this usually persists even with the newer versions of Builder. So exposed with CDI not visible in build. So as you can see, this is probably what I ran into when I was using Podman Compose, and most likely DistroBox resolved that issue. But if you're trying to use some like directly, it's not going to work. So I just wanted to give this out to you guys, so just in case you have the same issues. So the reason I like Podman Compose is because I can just type Podman Compose up and Podman Compose down instead of having to stop different. I mean, I could stop them myself, but I just like the way Compose works. Okay, so obviously I don't have an NVIDIA GPU, I have an AMD GPU, but I ran into the same issue. And this was, remember, this person opened this ticket last year. It's actually over a year ago. So it looks like this has not been resolved yet. Okay, the next one I went to is this one here. It's Robert Rosen Bush. This one is using ROCm 5.7, PyTorch 2.3, type touch vision, the AMD GFX 803. So this one is obviously probably even another GPU than the one I have. And this one was from last year. That's neither here or there. So they are using Ubuntu 22.04 that came out 3 years ago. And you see the Linux kernel version and all this. So I don't need any of these Python packages. I just care about the ROCm. So I could probably, this would definitely work on my system. So what was this for? Oh, because this is obviously, oh, it's a Docker. So basically, this could probably run in Podman. So I didn't want to get this one as well because I already know this is going to be pretty big with all these Python packages, and they're going to be a little bit older. So, but this could be something that works for you. So the reason I came here is I was interested in the Docker file to see if I could. So when I looked through here. Obviously you see it's a GFX 803, mine is 906. So I'm just trying to see here if there's anything I could use for my particular use case, and I didn't see anything here that I need. So the only thing I can see is maybe I should have enabled, I think it said CUDA somewhere. Force CUDA, yeah. So I think that's on by default now. So I was just looking through here. This might help you as well if you're trying to compile it yourself, or if you're trying to use like what I do. My first test was using Fedora 42, so this might help you as well. So the good thing about using containers is that whether you're using old packages or newer packages, they all contain in the container, so it doesn't mark up your your host system. So that's a good thing. Obviously you need space for this. Okay, so the only difference is I said I didn't do the CUDA stuff. I just left it as I was just more interested in the obviously just the GPU AMD stuff, like for example HIP Plus. Yeah, I didn't do this one as well, so maybe could try again in the future, but I'm happy. Yes, I'll come to my solution in a second. Then I have another one for you guys as well. It's this one was on Reddit, and you see it says this is 1 year ago, and this person here says, I'll read it to you. It says ROCm support on Radeon RX 580. So this person is saying using the Radeon RX 580 V card on Windows 11 64-bit with Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. Kernel is running 5.5.153, running in the WSL2 container. I'm guessing that stands for Windows System for Linux 2. I apologize for my stupid questions, but can I, looks like this has been cut off, can I get ROCm to work on my machine? I've heard that it is ROCm might not work, but I need to install an older version. So that's exactly the situation I've been in this past week. I want to start dabbling with AI, I guess that's machine languaging, and LLM, that's language models, etc., and I can't justify buying a new VC video card just yet. Please, can you share exact steps to get it working so I can use my GPU? Thank you. So this person says it won't work with WSL, especially if you're trying to use libraries, PyTorch, llama.cp, and so on. It's more likely that it will be troublesome. Yeah, you need at least 7,900 GRE to probably use it with ROCm. It's quirky even on supported devices. The person says thank you. Then another person different person says at least on Linux, last ROCm that supports the GCN4. I think mine was GCN 5.1. It's 5.7. I myself installed ROCm 5.7 and have OpenCL driver for RX 560, but it doesn't mean that ROCm stuff like PyTorch will work. I found that this Docker that build PyTorch with ROCm. So yeah, but when I benchmarked one, it was slow. So that's the link that I've just talked about. That's how I found it here. So obviously this. So the reason you might say, why are you reading this? This is much older than your GPU. The reason I'm interested in this is because I wanted to see somebody running. I wanted an example of somebody running an old version of ROCm because I couldn't find any information online. So this was the especially running inside a container. Even if this is for Windows, it was very helpful for me. Okay, then I wasn't going to give up because I was like, okay, so it's possible to compile it yourself, in theory. So I came here. This is the ROCm base. So this is, I don't know if this is officially AMD. Looks like it's not, but this one was a ROCm dev Ubuntu 22.04 image, built and tested with rootless Podman. Ooh, that's nice. Because remember, I use Podman's rootless version 4.5.1. I think that's the one I have, and this was built. Looks like it's been updated for about 4 months ago, so this is pretty recent. And Steam Deck 3.5 with 4.9.2 Endeavor OS. And he says you might need to override the HSA_override_GFX_version environment variable. So you can see here the 5310 ROCm base. And okay, so that's the other trick I found out, that sometimes you can still use your old GPU if you as long as you put an environmental variable. So this stuff was all very helpful. And again, I was interested in the container file. So if you open up the container file, you can see here this one also runs. There's no Podman compose. It's also a run. So as I said, that's most likely why it didn't run. It didn't work for me because I was just using Podman compose instead of running just running it manually. So it looks like I said that bug is still in effect. So I could probably have done this, but I said a distro box did that for me, so I was always happy with it. And as you can see here, how to stop it and etc. So this information was all very useful. So it might help you guys as well if you're trying to build it inside a container. But wait, there's more. Okay, there's another one here. Oh no, that's a different one, I think. Okay, this is a different one. I think I'll come back to this one, but let me just put it here. I'll quickly go over this. So this is the stable-diffusion web UI. So that's the CPP one I use. So this one runs in Podman. So this helped me get started as well with the And like I was saying, if I can get DistroBox working or Podman, I can probably get the web UI as well in the same container on a separate container, and just get them talking to each other. So you can see here, I read this one as well. This is Docker IO. So all this stuff helped me as well, because I was looking for the compose files as well. So just to make sure, and this one is obviously, you can see it has the /dev dir and /dev kfd. I said this stuff didn't work for me, and so I didn't want to use this one, because you see it pulls the automatic automatic 1111 hyphen ROCm. So I knew this is going to be pretty big with all the Python stuff, so I wasn't interested in. But I'm saying it might help you guys if you are thinking of doing what I've been doing the last few days. Okay, now and then just when I was getting really frustrated, I'll say, you know what, I am going to, give me a second, I'll take a sip of water here. Just when I was like, you know what, I'm going to downgrade. And then I found this. It's on Reddit again. So this person, if you read this, it says ROCm 7.0 install for the Mi60 32 gigs Ubuntu 24.04. And I think, whoa. I was like, whoa, okay. Ubuntu 24.04, that's more recent version. That's the latest LTS, a long-term support release. And then ROCm 7. I'm thinking, I'm having trouble getting 6.4 working. This person is already trying 7.0. I'm like, whoa, and it's Mi50 32 gig. Mine is Mi60, but they're the same. Mine, I think, is just overclocked a little bit higher, but it's the same. The driver is exactly the same. So, and then if you read here, it says, I shared a comment on how to do this, but I still see people asking for help, so I've decided to make a video tutorial. So there you go. And this person says, copy and paste all the commands from the quick. So ROCm, how to install it. We'll go here, don't worry. And then I can explain what's going on here. So what this person is saying is that, I watched the video as well. So the video is a very short video. I think, yeah, the video is a very short video. So what this person said is that just install ROCm 7, and then the difference is because AMD no longer supports the AMD Instinct Mi50 and obviously Mi60, is what they removed was actually all the tensor files. So this person was saying is that you can get the tensor files from, because they still exist in 6.4, this ROC Plus. You can get them from there, and they give you an example of how to get them from the Arch user repository. And then here, this is the Arch user repository, that's AUR, and then just extract it and just copy them over to the opt folder. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, is that it? That's literally it. And obviously after you do that, you reboot, and then you'll be running. So in Ubuntu, you also need to, I think this person actually put the instructions here. Yeah, so, and you just need, if you're on a Debian type system, you have to type sudo space update hyphen alternatives space hyphen display, then space ROCm. I don't need to do that because I'm on Fedora. And I was like, whoa. And then the best news is when I saw this part right here, 6.4. So I'm like, does that mean that although AMD says it's no longer supported, I'm thinking, or does Fedora know something I don't know? So I'm like, interesting. So this part right here, I'm not going to watch the video because I don't know if the person is going to, copyright strike me or anything. Remember, I told you I got banned from Twitter, even though I literally used I downloaded what do you call it? I downloaded a press copy, and it actually, the website I went to, that's when I was building my system, they clearly said, use this. Even in the video, it says, I went there and said, actually use this. I said, this is where I got the information from. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to play this video. Another reason people ask me why I don't use proprietary stuff, that's another reason as well, because they will come after me for no reason. So I'll just shy away from it. It's not worth it. Okay, so obviously I guess that link at the time this was written, let me see what time this was written, about a month ago. So during that time, obviously ROCm 7 is no longer the latest one. Obviously 7.1 I think just came out recently. Yeah, 7.1 just came out literally what 16 days ago. So 7.10 came out. So I would not install this one yet. I would install 7.0, just follow those instructions, because nobody's probably, you can test it yourself, but just be aware that this trick was only tested on 7.0. Now I have 6.4 in Fedora, so let's go and check it out. So what I did was, I was thinking, hey, do I have this Rock Plus myself? I'm like, I wonder if I do. So that's where we're going to begin. Oh, before we do that, one more link. Let me go to Legia to see if there's a new package for stable-diffusion. No, it still says yesterday, so there are no new packages, which is fine by me. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oops, I don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. Put this guy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, where was that? You see it says /opt/ROCm/lib. So that's because AMD installs everything in the opt folder, but because this is officially coming from the Fedora repos, so it's not going to be in the /opt folder, and I don't. So if you see, if I go to /opt, there's nothing there. Oh, there's this AMD GPU. I don't know how this came here. Did I install it myself? AMD. I don't think I installed it myself. I don't know why that's there. So if we look here, 906. So this is my GPU. Oh, you know what? I might have copied that there. Oh no, I know why that came there. You know how that came there? That came there, I believe, because of the distro box. So the distro box is the one that put all that stuff there. But they show, yeah. So that was the distro box. Remember, if I don't know if there's a way to check the version. Let me actually see if there's a way to check the version. Go /opt/bin. Okay, I guess I have to be. I'm gonna be sudo su for a second here. I don't know if it's gonna show me the version number. Oh, I have to go to /opt. What the? Oh, CD. Oops, CD. CDM. Oh, let me check the date of this one first. You see, this was installed on the 10th. So, is that when I had DistroWatch? I'm confused when this came in. I don't remember. Oh, could it be from Podman? I'm confused. I don't know when this was. I don't remember when this was installed. But looks like I need to delete this, and I probably will later. Anyways, so if we go to I think it's /var/lib. Oh, I meant ls. There's ROCm here. No, ROCm is not here. Okay. I think it's. Oh, I remember. It's lib64. It's lib64. So lib64 here, they should be ROCm or what is it? Rock Blast or R. I went to here. See, Rock Blast. And you see, there's a library. So we're going there. Library. This is just basically follow this one, library, and here you see all these files, and boom, we have the GFX 906. So remember all those tensors were deleted in 7.0. So they actually do exist here in 6.4. So what this means is, this is good news. So what this means is that you can continue using your AMD Instinct Mi60 or Mi50 with the let me zoom out just a little bit here. See, I can you can see here where's 906, so I can see it here. If you notice, there is no 90C. 90C is the integrated one, so that one has been removed, but this guy is still here, so that's fantastic. So that means that I can still use ROCm, and as you guys saw earlier today, I was able to use ROCm. So that's what I want to show you guys, is that as long I didn't put this in here, but all these files are from the you can see 906 is here again. Right, all these tensor libraries are here. So that means that I can still use it, because if I type, let me clear this, I'm gonna exit. If I type ROCm info, if we go just a little bit more, you can see 906. One thing you'll see, it doesn't say 90 and then C. C is the one from the, so that was removed, which is fine by me. But as you can see here, GFX 906, so that's the AMD Instinct. So it's there. So there you go. It's all there. So what that means for me is I don't need a distro box. So I can actually delete box. Now the only problem is I just need to wait until the give me a second, a sip of water. I'm going to check all the live chats as well. Okay, YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. No live chats yet, which is fine. Okay, so this is fantastic. So what this means is I can simply generate images again. I can install, if I want Comfy UI or anything as well. Now, as I said, I prefer the stable diffusion. Unfortunately, this, where is it here? This one, they haven't, let me see last time there was anything, 3 days ago. So it looks like there hasn't been anything yet. So if we go, so this is the one I have. This is the one I have. This one was released yesterday. And so this one, we go back here, go back to releases. Yeah, so this is the one I compiled yesterday. And see, it says yesterday. The one from 3 days ago was fine, so I might drop back to this one. So this one, it fixes the stuff for macOS. Ironically, this one it says it's featuring support LoRa. I don't know. That one is buggier. All the rest I didn't have a problem with. It's just this one I'm having problems with. I can't produce video. Okay, so I do have two models. And I'm just going to produce some pictures here, and then we can end this live stream. So, in case you don't know what stable-diffusion.cpp is, let me just go to their homepage here. Oops, I forgot. People on on a vertical screen. So you just go to the leadjet/stable-diffusion.cpp. And you see it's released under the MIT license, so it's fully open source. The latest version I said was released yesterday. That's one I compiled. They do have binaries, as you saw, for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. But the person said they had a problem with compiling ROCm, so they don't include ROCm in the binary, at least for Linux. But it looks like they finally got it working on Windows. Alright, so as you can see, just last month they added support for the QEM image edit, and the day a little bit before that one, QEM image as well, and then about a month or 2 months ago from today, actually exactly 2 months ago from today, it now supports 2.1 VACE. I was never able to generate a video from this one. I was able to generate images. in 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, what I found was 1.2.2 is way faster than 1.2.1. So I was trying to use 1.2.1, the 1.3b model, and that one is way too slow, even when I was having ROCm. So I just stuck to 1.2.2, and you see here it's a plain C/C++ implementation of the GGML, working the same way as llama.cpp, so it means it's going to be fast, as you guys saw when I was just generating images. So the image models, SD1, SD2, SDXL, image models are explained at Flux included. Video models, for now it's only 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, and FotoMaker. And then as you can read more, the support backends of the CPU, CUDA, Vulkan, Metal, OpenCL, and SYCL. This is for Intel. It also supports ROCm, even though it's not there. When you go to the build page, it'll show you the instructions. And then the weight formats, the ones you can use, the safe tensors, the GGUF, obviously Linux, Mac OS, Windows, Android, that's the OpenCL, negative prompts. The sampling methods are fewer than ComfyUI, but it still worked perfectly fine for me. And you can see you can go to releases to get the binaries, or you can build from source. That I've been building from source because, as I said, I wanted the ROCm. And then the simple command, for example, I didn't even realize this was right here, because I said I have this model. You see, it's a lovely cat. If you guys are wondering where I got that from, I got it from here. Because it's a simple one, and you just use that as well. So you can also download, obviously, images from the Hugging Face, and that's it. And there are guides, of course, and there's even UIs. So I said I'm not going to use a UI for this one. I said command line is fine, especially just downloading images. There's also Python bindings. Yeah, so all there. Let's actually go to issues. Maybe somebody found this issue. I was having, let's check it out. Cause this was yesterday, doesn't work. Oh, so it's not just me. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was just me. Okay, yeah, so it's not just me. That's because it's not like it's not implement. Okay, there we go. So I'm not crazy. Okay, so there we go. I thought I was crazy. Okay, here is a bug. Can't use digital small save RAM. 1.3 not work, but 1.3 is supported. Oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like there's some bugs, and people already filed some bug reports. Okay, and it's unsupported. You could give a try, but the results from this PR are bad without video frames 1 for now. Okay, there we go. So I thought I was crazy. So it looks like yeah. Okay, so there we go. So don't blame DistroBox. I thought that the latest version was a little bit wonky, and looks like I was 100% right. Yeah. So looks like add support for when decoding. All right. So yeah. So it looks like something. I guess a bug fix must have added a regression. So as I said, I'm just going to wait, but for image generation, I'm pretty happy with ROCm. So there we go. So I don't blame, again, don't blame the drive or anything. I said it's just the software has some growing pains, if you will. So there we go. Now, I can't, as I said before, as you guys saw, prove that the problem is. I said I can compile another version. But I'm just going to wait until all those bugs get ironed out. Then we'll do video in the future. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to. I'll just generate a few. I'm going to use 2 models. Actually, you know what? Is there? I'm pretty happy with the ones I have. So let's go back here. I'll show you when we go to. Which one is it? So I can delete this one, and I can delete this one. And I can probably delete this one. I think I've shown that enough times. So let's go to Stable Diffusion here, and the build. As you can see, I did generate some videos with the older version of StableDiffusion.cpp. Now every time I try to get a video, I'm getting either black screen, or the one I did today in today's tutorial, I got this. So looks like I can still generate some 5B video. So I'll try a video again. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two different models, and we generate some some images. Now, if you don't know what tensors are, is that this particular GPU, it supports F32, F16, and Q8. Now, obviously, the higher the number, meaning the FP16, FP32, it will be faster. However, it's going to use obviously more resources, meaning it's going to use a little bit more RAM, it's going to use more VRAM. So if you're limited with VRAM, stick to Q8. The great thing about this program is you can do conversions. So I'll show you what I mean by that. If we go back to here and we go to Comfy UI and go to the models, where's models? Models here, and we go to, where is it? Diffusion models. If you see here, for example, right here, you see this 1.3b, you see it says Q8 GGUF. That's because I did a conversion. This was the original one, this one here. You see it came as FP16. So I converted it from FP16. You see it's 2.8 gigs. I converted to Q8, and Q8 is 1.5 gigs. So that means that it's going to use less RAM and less VRAM. So because this model is pretty small, it doesn't make too much of a difference. It made a difference when I was using Vulkan. And so I'm not going to bother with most of these. These are the video ones. Yeah, so you see even the 2.2 5B FP16 also converted to Q8. So for example, this one is pretty big. This one is 10 gigs. When you convert it to Q8, you see it's 5 gig, half the size. So so that's a trick if you're having issues both with, I think Comfy UI does really promote the GGUF. So and obviously Q8 as well. There's also like Q4 and whatever, but the quality then suffers, and it's going to take longer as well. But if your GPU supports them, because most of the GPUs coming out now, they do support the FP8. Mine does not. I mean, it will be longer is what I'm getting at. So if yours does, great, because you get a speed improvement, even if it's just Vulkan, for example. All right, so where is that one? Checkpoints. So let's go to the checkpoints. Checkpoints. You see here in the checkpoints, I have this Tempest one, this one here I'm talking about, and then I have this this one, the V pruned. You see it's FP16. So what I did was I just converted this to this here. You see this? I mean, it's not, I guess because it's already too small. So this to this one. Now I'm going to run both and just show you. You guys will see. You know, I'm going to time it so that way you guys can see the speed difference. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, let me make sure I have the. Where am I here? Oh yeah. So let me start up the fan here. It should not be needed, but just in case it is, I will start it up and we go here. 1. Okay. If you guys haven't seen this before, I have two GPUs, obviously the Ryzen 5 5600 GT. The G stands for integrated graphics, and this is the integrated graphics right here. So we don't want to use that one because right now that's used for OBS for the streaming and recording the video. So this is the dedicated one, and that one is using a fan shroud because it doesn't come with cooling system. So I got a fan shroud with a 40mm fan, and that's the system fan 2 here. Okay, here we go. So what I do is I watch these temperatures. It will start going up. I've noticed 50% is pretty good here, so I'll just be ready. I'll just hit apply here setting, and that should take care of that. All right. So here I'm just going to cd into I'm going to cd into this folder and into the this build folder. So just cd. I could also do this as well. For example, I can just click here and just cd like that as well. So cd, paste, and I'm there. That's another quick way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time to see how long this takes. So let's clear this. So I type time, and then I'm going to use this checkpoint, this FP16, and you guys will see how long it takes. I'm just going to do the default because since I have ROCm working, it should be pretty fast. So I'm going to also I'm not using Vulkan, so I'll just make up a name, doesn't matter here. So I'll just paste it in here. I'll just say speed test. I'll put ZZZ, so it's at the end. I'll say ZZZ speed test 1. Okay. Let me zoom out here. So all I'll do is I'll watch this temperature. It sometimes might go up to 50. 50 is not a big deal. So as you can see here, it's loading up that model, and you can see it's using the VRAM, and you see the temperature already went up to 51. So I'm just going to watch that. It might actually be finished. Oh no, it's at 11. So I'm watching that temperature. If it goes a little bit higher, I might get a little. Okay, it's finished. So I didn't have to switch it on. You see how fast that was? As you can see, the real-time user time and the actual system time. So it was pretty quick. So if you remember yesterday how slow that was when you're using the CPU, so clearly using the GPU is much faster. In this case, you can see here VRAM, VRAM also for the text encoders, the diffusion mode also in VRAM. So obviously it used the VRAM. You can see the temperature is going back to normal, or the idle, the way I said idle. And you can see here it found my GFX 906. That's the, so ROCm does work. Here's proof that ROCm does work. And you see that model. You see here it says F16, 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 right? So obviously if it was F32, it would be even faster. For image models, I can do it. And you see this version is obviously SD standard diffusion 1.x. So you can see this is the model. This is a Comfy UI model because I don't longer use Comfy UI, but I said the photo structure, the models can be used, and that's what I did here. So that one took, as you can see, that one took what is it? Just under 10 seconds. It took under 10 seconds. Okay, so and let's see if that image came out correctly. I put ZZZ. Yeah, so the image came out correctly. So we'll compare later. So this is the image that came out, right? Right. So now I'm going to use this one. You see, this one is 1.8 as opposed to 2.1. So I said if you're constrained, like if you can only use the CPU, you can use the CPU as well. The CPU is also fast. If you're using the CPU, I recommend you install Vulkan and OpenBLAS. That will speed up, it will go much faster. And obviously, you can also change the resolution as well. This one I think is 512 by 512. We can change it to anything you want, but so that's fine. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing again, except change the model. Instead of using the, I'm going to use the FP16. I'm going to change it to the Q8_0.gguf. Okay, so I hit, and this one is going to be test 2, so we can compare how fast it is. Remember, this one was just under 10 seconds. So let's hit enter. And we can watch the temperature here. The temperature is Did you see that? It says Q8. I will show you that. Sorry, I have to pay attention to the temperature here. I don't want it to go I don't want to go too high, so 60 is okay. Yeah, it should be done. You see, it's faster. You see that? It's way faster. Remember that one was 9.2. This is 9.1. So this is faster. Now, I want to show you something. If you remember, this one, I did see, it says Q8. Yeah, right here. You see this one? It's capable, obviously, doing F16, but in this case, it was Q8. And you see Q8, it's not as good, obviously, as F16, but it's obviously faster. So as I said before, the higher the number, the faster it will be, but it's going to use more resources, and it will be also better quality. What I'm saying is that for most of the stuff you do, Q8 is very, very, very good, especially videos. Videos, most of them are probably going to be Q8. I don't think any consumer GPUs you'll be able to do anything like F16 or F32 for video, especially with any decent resolution. So Q8 is very, 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 very good. So as you see, as I said, it was much faster here. So if we go back to our build, you see this is the image, and let's compare both of them. Just in case you're wondering, I think it's 512 by 512. Let me double check. Image properties, yes, 512 by 512. So it's a square. So I'm going to open up this image and put it here so we can compare both of them. I guess I'll put it here. Okay, so as you can see, what do you guys think? Right? So you see what I was trying to say? Can you notice the difference? In case you don't notice the difference, this one up here, this test one, this was with the F16. Now, if you notice, this is actually pretty good, and you can tell like it looks like the cat has like what do you call it? Like its pores are a little bit crossed, whatever. So that's why I said it comes out a little bit better. Now this is the one with the Q8. Now it kind of looks like the cat. You don't even know what's going on here, right? It looks like the cat. I guess the pores are kind of slipped off. Like all you see is this part here. Now before you say, oh, it's because it's sleeping on top of it. No, that's not it. It's clearly, you see, even the shadow here is a little bit off. But I'm saying it's good enough. It's good enough. And for example, the eyes and whatever, you can tell this one is clearly drawn. It's not as good as that one, but I'm saying that it's good enough. And I said if you do it a few more times or increase the steps, it will be good enough. I said it's a good balance. If all you care about is speed, you can do that as well. So I've shown you guys how to, and I said you can do conversions very easily as well. So yeah, so there we go. So the temperature is almost back to normal here. So those just a quick so as I said, like I would still use this. This is fine. And obviously you can specify the width and height as well. There's so many other things you can do. All right, so so image generation, as you saw, it just takes just a few seconds. No problem. And obviously you can add like a negative prompt. I didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's the other. What's the other one? What is the checkpoint I have? Oh, this one here. This is a much better checkpoint. This one, the Tempest by Vlad. This one came with. This one came with. What does this one come with? Well, this one came with Comfy UI. I can't remember now. Oh no, this one came with. Is this SD Next? SD Next. This came with SD Next, I believe. I just copied over here. So with this one here, let's use. So we're going to use Tempest next. So let me. Where am I here? Okay, so I'm gonna try Tempest. Let me just double click here, and I'll copy this one here. And we can also do a convert. I don't know what this one is, but I guess when we run it, it will let me know. As I said, I just downloaded this one and I never used it, so I will try it now. I'll put time. We'll time it as well. What is the name? This one was this one here, so I'll copy that. I'm just writing down everything we did, so this way we have some type of so what was the name? Copy that. Oops. Let's stop this. So as you can tell, this one is a little bit longer. I don't know what's going on. It stopped FFmpeg again. That is weird. Looks like I wasn't recording as well. What in the world happened there? Okay, so this one took 12 seconds, so it's a little bit, a little bit slower. However, this quad is way better. Why in the world did the live stream stop? I don't know what's going on there. That's the second time the live stream stopped when I run this particular model. And you can see here, way better because it's a bigger model. So you can see, if we compare, it's no comparison. This is way better model. So obviously the better model, it's way better than the others. As you can see, this is, I don't even need to say anything, right? Right? Do I need to say anything? Right? Come on. Really? Do I need to say anything? Right? There we go. I don't even need to say anything. So this model is obviously way better. Now it takes a little bit longer, but it's worth it. Now if we go there, let's see how what size this one is. So this one is an F16. So what I'm gonna do is, this one is a SD. This one is an SDXL. Actually, it says here SDXL version. So what we can do is we can convert this one to Q8 as well, and that should be a little bit faster. So we're gonna do that. I'm hoping the live stream doesn't cut out again. I don't know what. You know what? I'm gonna check out. Maybe it's using too much RAM, and I'm not seeing anything here. So what I'm gonna do is, come on. I want to grab this guy and make them smaller. That's the second time that's happened when I'm using this GPU. That really ticks me off. Okay, so I'm going to leave this guy here. Make sure I put it. Oops, I need to see the GPU temperatures. That's what I need. Just to 50. I'm going to put the system monitor because I don't know why I'm not using the GPU for the stream. I don't know why that happened. So I'm going to monitor this because I'm curious how much memory it's going to use, and maybe it's using up all the CPUs. I don't know. So just in case it breaks again. So you guys are in luck. I'm going to show you how to do a conversion. So we just found out that this model or checkpoint, the Vlad one, it's an SDXL, and it's also F16 as you guys saw. So I'm gonna convert this to Q8. So it'll probably be it should be faster as well. So that's what we expect. So if you recall, this one is 12.5 seconds. So I'm hoping. Excuse me. I'm gonna grab a sip of water here. I wonder if my live streams are still going on or they stopped. Good evening. I think the live stream did stop. I don't know if it take more information, so let's check this one out as well. This one continuing. Okay, looks like this one is still continuing. Okay, let's check out Odyssey. Is Odyssey continuing, or is it still let me see if yeah, Odyssey is still continuing. Unfortunately for which one is this one? It looks like BitChute, it broke off, so that's unfortunate. YouTube, at least I think, is still continuing. Okay, so if hopefully it doesn't break again, but I'll be able to monitor what's going on here. All right, so let's convert this guy here to Q8 as well. If we do that, then I don't need I don't need it as well. Oh, I still have this guy. How big is this guy? Oh, that's 9 gigs. I should actually get rid of this one, LTX video. The reason I'm keeping this one is because I had good results in Comfy UI, so I'm hoping this one does work. It's only a 2B. I'm hoping that this gets supported someday by stable-diffusion.cpp. All right, so let's go to the that one, this one here. Okay, so I actually don't need to be in the folder. I can actually run this anywhere, but I can run it here. So what you do, oh no, I do need to be in the build folder. I need to be here. So let me clear this, and I'll show you how to convert this what is this artifact? Do you guys see these artifacts here? It's weird. Is that because I let the temperature go too high? Okay, you know what? As soon as the temperature goes to like 40 or 45, I'm just gonna switch on the fan. I think maybe that's a problem, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna convert this Tempest by Vlad to it's a F16 to a Q8. Alrighty. So let's do the conversion. Should be, where is the conversions? I tested so much stuff here, so give me a second. It took me a while to find this stuff out. No, that's not it. Excuse me. Here we go. I found the conversion. Okay, interface tutorial, and I'll just do here, I'll say convert models, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so it's simply -m, the big M, and then convert, and then the name, and then the output. So in this type, I'm going to copy this guy here. Oh, I need the full path. So it's in checkpoints. Yeah, it's in checkpoints. So that's perfectly fine. That actually works out better for me. I'm going to copy this command. I need to come up with a name for it. So I think I'll call it, yeah, there we go. I'll just call it Vlad hyphen. Oh, you know what? I'll use hyphen. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to paste this command in here, and before I run it, you know what? I think I can run it, and I'll explain it. I'll explain what's going on. So this is just done by the CPU, so it's pretty fast. I think it's already done. Yeah, it's already done. So I'll explain you what I did. You see, I converted this guy here. You see, it's 6. This guy I'm clicking here. This is 7 gigs. And what I did was I converted it to see the type is here, it's Q8_0. So when you do that, it's where is it here? I don't even see it. It's right here. You see, it's like there's a lot of space. There's a lot of savings. So that way, if you download a very large model, you can, if you convert it to GGUF, you can you can have save quite a bit there. Okay, and you can see everything we did here. So it see loaded tensors, and it was successful. Okay, so it says success, meaning it has been converted. That's why this stable-diffusion.cpp is fantastic. So if you guys have a very large model and doesn't fit into your VRAM or your RAM, this is one trick you can do to make it smaller and more efficient as well. So just be aware that it's going to be slightly slower if you don't have, if your GPU doesn't support. Obviously my GPU does support, as you guys saw, F32, F16 and Q8 as well. For me it's perfectly fine. This will, if you do this as well, you also benefit if you're running a lot of stuff on the CPUs as well. So this is very beneficial, as you can tell, between 6.9 and then 4.2, massive difference. So I'm going to pay attention to the memory here, the CPUs, and also the temperatures, especially this temperature for the GPU, because I don't know why it's kicking me out. You know what, let me double check to make sure it's not doing anything stupid with the OBS. I'm 100% sure. Yeah, I'm using the integrated graphics for the stream and recording. I'm also using the integrated graphics. So why would it stop the stream and the recording? That is so weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to, oops, what did I do there? Oops, redo, undo. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to run. I'm going to run that time. I'm going to run the time command again. I said maybe this is not scientific because I should run it a few more times, but I'll show you how long it takes. We're going to use our no, not that one. Which one did we create? Oh, this guy. We're going to use this guy we just created. So copy that and run it. Paste it here. So I'm using the full path. You can use relative paths. I just the reason I was using full path because I was going to use containers and all this stuff as well. So here we go. It's exact same thing. And now I pressed enter. We'll check the time. And once this temperature starts going up, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to start the fan, the fan control here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start it early because I don't want any issues. I'm just going to start it early. Oh, look, it already started. It's really fast. So you can see loading is a little bit slower. But it should still produce a decent result. And it's done. Look at that, 12.86. It's actually faster. No, it's just a little bit slower. Let's stop this guy here. Okay. So I think that was my fault. I think when the temperature reached 60, the CPU, the system started getting jumpy, and then it shut down FFmpeg. So that's fine. I'll make sure. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I didn't realize this. Could FFmpeg be using the dedicated graphics? Let me actually. I hope not. I hope not. Okay. Anyway, I didn't even pay attention up here. I don't know if you guys saw that after watch the recording. As you can see, so it was a little bit when I ran it with the F16. It was the F16 was 12.538. This one is 12.686. But let's check the results to actually see if there's anything wrong with the what do you call it? Let's see if it was actually pretty good. It's fine. So this is F16 here, and this is Q8. Now, again, as I said before, clearly, you heard me right. Clearly, the F16 is better. But I'm saying is that this is a good compromise between